Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we got some good old shoe on head, some Mama June. Give her a little like. Quotes of CryBullies, why people hate the quote-unquote left. Let's get into it.
Hello friends, and welcome to another
Hello.
episode of What the Hell is Going On with your host, Ugly Belle Delphine. Now before you ask, yes, there is an Epstein Files video coming out.
Not gonna lie, I feel like Shoe looks pretty good for, you know, married, career, and kid. I feel like she looks pretty good. You know, better than Bill Delphine, I'll say. Not gonna lie.
I feel like everyone has like streamer brain nowadays, and like every fucking video has to be breaking news in order to get the most views. But I am taking my time with it. I'm sure you understand there is a lot happening.
You know,
there's a lot.
Culture right now. She voted against a resolution condemning.
Is Jewish.
I just want to be clear.
Do you want to go there, Attorney General? Do you want to go there? Are you serious?
Gentlemen,
talking about anti-Semitism to a woman who lost her grandfather in the Holocaust?
Oh no, not your grandfather in the Holocaust. Boo-hoo. Like, bro, you don't see Christians and Catholics complaining about the, what is the Bolshevik Holocaust? Is that what it was? You know? Let's see. I just need to make sure. Forgot which one it was. I forgot what it was. I had it fucking saved on my phone. But I remember somewhere in the Middle East, they just like, not in the Middle East, somewhere in Europe, they just like killed a whole bunch of fucking Christians, man. It was like a whole bunch. I forget where it was. Damn it. Which is really annoying. But it's funny because you don't hear, you know, you don't hear Catholics and Christians complaining about that constantly. Complaining about how they've been persecuted time and time again. You don't hear them going on and on and on about the Roman persecution that they suffered before Constantinople took over. No, we don't hear anything about that. So how is it that, you know, it's always, oh, the Holocaust for the Jews. But you don't hear anyone else complaining. We bombed the shit out of Japan twice. We literally dropped the sun on them. They were the land of the rising sun. We fucking made that a fucking actual thing. The sun rose on their fucking land twice because of us. You don't see them constantly going on and on and on about that, do you? No. It's so dumb. You know, to be here and be like, oh, blah, 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 this and blah, 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 that. It's like, bro, I find it so humorous that you can joke about 9/11 and terroristic attacks on America that have, like, happened literally in the last 26 years. But, oh my God, you joke about the Holocaust. And it's like, you fucking, they'll look, the people will treat you like you just crucified Jesus yourself. And it's like, what? You joke about slavery and it's like, they look at you like you're literally whipping slaves in front of them. It's like, bro, what? How can, fucking moving on.
Your country, sir. Anyway, let's just forget about these satanic billionaire pedophiles running the world, and let's talk about some internet drama, shall we? Because that is what's really important. For a little over a decade now,
like I said, man, I'm hella disappointed. I was promised elite shadow government of like lizard people and like fucking lizard Hitler and whatnot and the Illuminati, and what did we get? We just got a bunch of Jewish pedophiles running things behind the scenes. It's like, cool, that's great, yay, you know. It's like, man, I kind of wish some conspiracies were true and others weren't, you know. Like, man, why can't the cool ones be the ones that are like real? Why can't it be like mole people and lizard men underneath and like hollow earth theory is real? No, those aren't the conspiracies that turn out to be true. Which ones are the ones that turn out to be true? Oh, Jews control everything. They're a bunch of pedophiles and a bunch of Satanists running Hollywood. Yay, that's what comes true. It's like, cool. Again, I blame everything on the death of Harambe, even though this spends before that.
Most inane things can get you called a racist or a Nazi on the internet, to the point where these words hold little to no meaning anymore. It's so bad that when someone is called a racist,
they'll call you a Nazi, while it's so fucking funny. These fucking liberal idiots will say, oh, we want socialism. We want to be a nation of socialists. We want to be social. We want to be a socialist country. And then you're like, you want to be a what now? They're like, we want socialism. We want to be a nation of socialists. And you're just like sitting there like, no, we're not going to do that. And then you tell them, no, we're not going to do that. And then they're like, you're a Nazi. And you're like, what? But you're the one that wants to be a national socialist. You're the one that wants socialism to run rampant throughout the nation. How am I the Nazi? What? Like, do you not know that Nazi is short for National Socialist or some shit? Are you people stupid? Oh my god, dude. Oh man, I can feel my brain cells just dying just thinking about how their thought process, man. It's so hard. It's so hard.
Or a Nazi online, I'm immediately like, oh, what funny joke did they tell? But ladies and gentlemen, we have officially come to the point where not saying anything also makes you a racist Nazi. For the few of you watching this channel who are employed, there's a very popular Twitch streamer named Emiru. She's a cosplayer and just kind of a fun, chill,
I remember back in the day, fucking long time ago. This was like in 2020, I want to say 2020, 2021. I was playing Dark Souls 3 and fucking Emiru raids with like 100 viewers. I was like, what the fuck? Mind you, I had zero fucking clue who she was. I just saw a name in a raid and I was like, oh, thank you. She's like, I like Dark Souls. And I was like, oh, I like Dark Souls too. And that was it. That was the end of that interaction. Then I went back to dying and losing my mind like I do. Like I do as a Dark Souls player, yep. I'll rage and rage and rage playing Dark Souls, but at the end of the day, I'm having fun. I hate to say, it's a really, really toxic love-hate relationship that I have with those three games. 1, 2, and 3. It's like, man, I'll play them, I'll lose my mind, I'll say shit's unfair, I'll be screaming at the top of my lungs, how? But at the end of the day, man, do I love those games. I just finished Remastered, and I'm gonna be moving on to 2. Scholar of the First Sin. Yay. I have to clear DLC, or else I'm a bitch, according to a friend. Flash viewer, yay.
For me, video game streamer. Well, the other day, someone in her chat asked her opinion about ice, and this is what she had to say.
Like,
who
there's
cares?
a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to, like, say their opinions on, like, important topics. I get that, right? But it's like, if you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
In a world where it seems like every single celebrity is just screaming their political takes completely unprompted, this was a refreshing thing to hear. Seems like a pretty sane, rational, inoffensive thing to say, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, I can guarantee you people lost their minds over that. Like, bro, people lose their minds over the smallest things, man. It's wild. It's like, bro, who cares what Emiru's like? Emiru, to my understanding, her content isn't even fucking political or anything near remotely close to politics. So why the fuck do you care? Genuinely, that's like asking Vanoss what his opinions on ice are. It's like, what? Why do you give a fuck? Genuinely, like, why? Why would you care? Like, bro, I don't give a fuck what his opinions are. I just don't care that I just don't want him to say what they are in like a video. I just do not care. I want him to still be funny. I want him to still be unfiltered. And I want him to just keep making the same fucking stupid racist jokes that he keeps on making. That's all I want out of Vanoss. The moment he says, I don't care if he's pro-ice or anti-ice, the moment he like says something about what his political beliefs are, I'm just like, I'm already being turned off by the thought of that from his like content. I'm already like, bro, I want to unsubscribe just because of just thinking about that. And it's not because of whatever his political opinion is. It's because I don't want that from Vanoss. I want goofy ass games where he goes around in Gmod playing prop punk guess who with his fucking friends, and they're just being dumbasses making stupid jokes. That's all I want. That's all I fucking want out of Vanoss, you know? Same shit with like every other content creator. It's like, bro, you make fucking music. Stick to making music. Why are you inserting your bullshit, hypocritical ideologies on the grand stage? Why? No one gives a shit. No one asked for this. Why? Why are you saying fucking no one lives on or there's no such thing? Like, bro, oh my fucking god, what did that dumb bitch say? Some stupid shit about, oh, no one's illegal on stolen land. That's what I think she said. Some stupid shit about that. Then she calls ICE and gets an Australian deported because he jokingly said moving into Billie Eilish's mansion because no one's illegal on stolen land, therefore no one owns property. Some shit like that, you know, using their own logic against them type of ordeal. And what does she do? Like I said, she calls fucking ICE and gets him deported. Oh, wow. What happened to no one's illegal on stolen land? Why are you calling ICE, Billy? Why? Are you gonna like, again, are you gonna give back are you gonna give the mansion back to the natives whose land you built it on? Mind you, she built that shit on a cemetery. There's an entire fucking movie series based on building shit on cemeteries that belong to Native American land and shit not ending well for them. Why the fuck do you think that would be a good idea? You know, someone wasn't raised on Poltergeist, I guess. Like, goddamn. So dumb, so dumb. But oh yeah, no one's illegal on stolen land. Bitch, you're on stolen land by your own definition. Give back the land to the Indians. You know? Oh, sorry, Native Americans. Who gives a shit? Let's be real. Give it back to them. Give it back to the Indians, man. Genuinely. Don't sit here on your fucking high horse be like, oh, yes, my moral compass dictates this is the right direction. Well, you're not even actively practicing that. Holy shit, dude. It's so funny. I hate to shit on, you know, my fellow Christians and Catholics, but it's like, bro, it's so funny how she's like, I don't think she's said, I think she's what the fuck is her religion? It's like, bro, she would make a great fucking Christian Catholic, man. Stay here. Billy. Religion. She's not religious. Okay. So she's not religious. All right, got it. Yeah, like I said, she'd make a great fucking Christian with how hypocritical she is. You know? And I say that with much love to my Christians. Let's be real. Fucking, we Christians are hypocrites at the end of the day. But we know it. We admit it. It's right in front of us. It's in our faces all the time. We don't hide it. Okay? That's the thing. They'll try to virtue signal and be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, bro, what? Why? And it's like you're virtue signaling the wrong fucking thing, too. It's so insane. But then again, what do you expect from a bunch of baby-eating Satanists, you know?
This short little clip where she ironically tried to avoid controversy ended up being one of the most controversial dramas this year. I feel like
that was
decades
wild.
worth of news has happened in the past like 2 months, don't you? Every day there's like a breaking story of the most insane shit you've—
Yeah, you have the Emiru situation, you have the Iraq situation, Iraq. You have the Middle East situation, we'll say. we have now we have the Mexico situation. We had the Venezuela situation not what, a few weeks ago, a month ago, you know, the equivalent, like not an actual like the equivalent of like a month ago, like 4 weeks ago, you know? So it's like, yeah, there's so much shit going on. It's wild. It's hard to keep track of everything, man. Genuinely.
Ever heard in your
PlayStation State of Play, you know, remaster of God of War. You know, I know it might not be like negative news, but like still news is news. Xbox new fucking CEO be having nothing to do with gaming and being like a fucking AI individual. Yeah, that won't spell disaster for Xbox. No wonder they fucking gave up on the console wars and conceded to PlayStation. But yeah, this is so bad.
life, and everyone is expected to have a fully formed opinion on every single breaking story. There's pressure to react, to pick a side, to condemn, to defend. But the reality is, when a story first breaks, we're usually not seeing the full picture. And that's why for years now, I have been using today's sponsor, Ground News.
Hey!
So let's quickly give them a shout out before we jump into today's video, shall we? Ground News.
I've used Ground News. It's all right. I like it. One thing, this pisses me off that she does this. She has a fucking iPhone and she doesn't show that you can fucking have it integrated with the widgets. It annoys me a little bit. Okay, I hate how she doesn't talk about that because that makes it so much more fucking seamless to get. Whatever, it's her ad. I'll let her do it.
A website and an app that lets you see how news stories are being covered all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of political bias, ownership, and headlines that helps you understand the full
Bro, some of these fucking headlines on this app are insane.
Story, and really make sure you're getting both sides. They really make it fun and easy to compare headlines to see how political bias and media ownership can affect the framing of a story. For example, let's take a look at this one about how RFK admits he used to snort cocaine
What the fuck?
If you look it up on Ground News, a right-wing headline covers it like this: RFK revealed why he wasn't scared of COVID. It was a legendary answer. And
fuck? Okay, guys. Okay, guys, he's not God. You don't need to suck his ball sack clean, man. What the fuck? What does snorting cocaine have to do with COVID? Robert F.
A left-wing outlet covers the same story like this: Robert F. Kennedy Jr. doesn't fear germs, and his reason is really, really gross. Same story, completely different vibes. The Ground News feature I like the most is the blind spot tool. It shows you how news stories have—
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I agree with the left headline. If you were sniffing cocaine off of a toilet seat, yeah, you ain't afraid of catching whatever the fuck. Not gonna lie, like you're probably like Quagmire. You're probably fucking patient zero for a lot of shit. Like you probably spread disease.
Been covered by only one side of the political spectrum and ignored by the other. For example, here's a story about how Hillary Clinton says migration has gone too far. Rare Hillary Clinton W.
Yeah, that's wild, actually. Yeah.
Sources covered it. 91% of those sources were right-wing.
I find it odd that not even Fox News covered this. It's interesting. But CNN did? That's fucking wild. What? I wonder what the CNN headline was for that. Not gonna lie. I find that insane that Fox didn't, unless they're part of the 1 or 7 down. But no, I feel like Fox is like popular enough that they're up here with like New York Post and Daily Wire, where they get their little icon shown. So like, what the fuck? How is CNN but not Fox?
And only 4% were left-wing. Interesting. Or this one about how middle-class Americans are selling plasma because of financial—
Yo, I actually saw that one, funny enough. Back to the widget thing. I actually saw that on the widget as part of like the thing that she's talking about right now, the whole, the blind spot feature. I was like, I saw that head and I was like, wait, we can do that? What the fuck? I was like, shit, I might start selling plasma. Fuck. You know? Be like that American Dad fucking skit, you know, where he's like, where Fuck, what's his name again? Ah, crap. Stan? Is it Stan? Stan Smith? He's like running back and forth between like the sperm bank and the blood bank, and then he ends up just looking like Roger because he's donating too much for money.
Sure. Americans are selling their blood because they're so poor. 71%
Yeah, sounds
of the
about right.
sources that covered this were left-wing, and only 14% were right-wing. I have been using Ground News for like 5 years now, and I am obsessed. It is one of the first apps I open when I wake up in the morning. It really helps me stay informed and helps me keep up with the news for my videos. But don't just take my word for it. Even the Nobel Peace Center recognized Ground News as an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview. Best of all, I'm currently offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all their amazing features. This comes to only like $5 a month, which is like the price of a cup of coffee nowadays. To get the 40% discount,
Yeah, she forgot to mention how you can seamlessly integrate, if you have an iPhone, Ground News with your widgets, so that way it's even easier to access your news. I wanted to throw that out there.
just go to ground.news/shoe or use
I'm sure you could probably do the same thing with with Android phones, since you know they had widgets long before iPhone even thought of adding widgets.
the QR code on screen right here, or click the link in the video description down below to subscribe to their Vantage plan today. Big thanks to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad as always.
Yeah.
Right? And
I
now
added
let's get
to
back
it.
the video. In this video, we are going to talk about the drama surrounding Emiru.
I swear to God, one of these days, I feel like she'll see one of these videos. She'll get to the part where she talks about like the Ground News sponsor. Then she'll just hear me ripping her a new one for not talking about the widget integration. She'll fucking talk about it in like another video. And I'll be like, bro, ain't no fucking way.
The people trying to cancel her, the mistake the left is making by embracing cancel culture again. We're gonna read some insane, hilarious tweets, of course, and then we will talk about my personal experience with these people. And what do I mean by these people? I mean the cult of
What do you mean by you people?
the CryBullies. I'm sorry if I sound even more like a prepubescent boy in this video. I am a little bit sick, but I am here, slaving over a hot laptop for you. If you guys saw my last video, you know I am quite critical of ICE. I don't think we should abolish them, of course, but I think it is good and healthy to criticize your government. I am a political culture war commentator. I talk about political topics often. People come to me to hear my political opinions. But not everybody wants to be a political...
Just like that caught me off guard. I didn't realize I was here for shoes and political...
YouTuber or streamer. And not everybody wants to listen to a political YouTuber or streamer. Sometimes we just want to have fun and talk about other things. There are lots of other things to talk about. Sometimes
That's why literally my streams consist primarily of just nothing but gaming. Every now and then, if I'm like desperate and in like need of time and shit, I'll like record real quick while live. But for the most part, it's just gaming, because fuck that. I don't want to deal with idiots coming in live and being stupid in chat. I just want to have fun and chill and play games. I don't want to have to deal with stupid people while I'm trying to relax playing Dark Souls. Yeah, that's a statement and a half right there. Yeah, I bet those are words you never thought anyone would ever utter in the same sentence. Relax and Dark Souls.
we want to look at funny memes or watch funny videos without having politics shoved down our throat. So a lot of people thought it was really refreshing when a cosplay streamer was basically like, I don't want to talk about politics. Why are you coming to me for politics? It was a perfectly sane, rational opinion. So of course, like half the internet had a problem with it. It's just not that hard to say f ICE. It's really not that hard to say f ICE, to be honest. Is it so hard to just say f ICE? It's really not hard to say f ICE. Jesus Christ, how hard is it to just say f ICE? How hard is it to just say f ICE? How hard is it to just say f
Notice how it's only one side saying this stuff. Notice how you don't see anyone on our side saying, how hard is it to say support ICE? You don't see that from anyone so far. If Shush says that, if Shush starts showing tweets like that, I'll just eat my own words. How about that? I'll just take everything back.
ICE and move on. Oh my god. Just say f Ice, it's not hard. Is it so hard to just say the line? Say the line!
Oh, there it is. Yeah, like I said, not a single person is out there trying to force Emiru to be like, it's not that hard to say support ICE. It's not that hard to say support ICE. No, it's only the people that are insane that are like, oh, it's not that hard to say fuck ICE. It's like, bro, crazy fucking thought. But maybe she's not saying that because of you guys. Maybe that's why she doesn't want to give her political opinion. Because of people like you who just go on the internet, and this is a perfect fucking pause to depict just how fucking insane they are in their heads, you know? Imagine this. This is constantly how they look in their minds, all right? Anytime any one of these individuals is going after a streamer and they're like, oh, you need to give your take on XYZ, this is exactly what you should picture in your mind. Just not as pretty as shoe on head, obviously. You know, imagine a troglodyte, but with this facial expression. And that's exactly liberals on the internet demanding Emiru say a line.
Say it! Jesus Christ, like at this point, even if Emiru did want to like abolish ICE, even if she really did think, F ICE, she shouldn't say it. Like I wouldn't say it at this point because this is just like, this is creepy. This is like a horde of zombies chasing after you. Hey, it's actually super easy to stream.
Yeah, you want to know why she shouldn't say it to begin with? It's because guess what? The moment you give them this one small little token, this little fucking centimeter, they're going to try to take everything and anything that they can. If it's literally not bolted down to the ground with like fucking 12-foot long steel fucking rods, then they're gonna try and take it. So that's why you shouldn't just bend or waver. You know, your foundation should be built like that.
And have opinions. I'll show you. Guys, Donald Trump and everyone in his administration. Elon.
You sound like a faggot guy, not gonna lie. And I don't mean that as like a homosexual. I mean that like a South Park Harley rider kind of faggot. Like just straight up annoying, going around being annoying to everyone while they're just trying to enjoy their time. Genuinely.
Elon Musk, free Palestine. US is on stolen land built by stolen people. Luigi did nothing.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Elon like give Palestine internet? I could be. Was it Palestine? Who the fuck did he give internet? He gave someone internet in the Middle East. I know that. See here, Elon, yeah. Oh, okay. It was Iran. And wait, and Gaza? Yeah, he literally. What? Isn't Gaza part of their whole Palestine shit? Like, what? Is Gaza in Palestine? Yeah, it is. How are you going to say fuck Elon Musk and then say free Palestine in the same statement? Elon Musk literally gave them internet so that way the hospitals could fucking run. Like, what? This is literally a contradiction.
Wrong. Abortion is healthcare. Leave trans people.
Abortion is not healthcare. Like, here's the thing. It can't. Okay. Abortion, the way that I see it is like this. The way that I see abortion is like this. Just like how all thumbs are fingers, but not all fingers are thumbs. That doesn't, it's the same sentiment, okay? Just because you're using abortion to save the mother because it's the only medical way to save the mother doesn't mean that it's the same as killing babies just because you had unprotected sex and you're not ready to be a parent. Okay? Same fucking thing as thumbs and fingers. Okay?
Alone. These people literally just speak in bumper stickers, dude. Just like copy
Yeah.
pasting the internet leftist starter
Yeah, all they're missing is the coexistence fucking thing.
pack. What the hell am I looking at? I hate the Reddit ass. Hey, it's super easy. It's crazy. Like 1,000 years ago, this dude's ancestors were hunting mammoths, and now he's on here like, men should not be speaking like this. I'm sorry.
Oh, trust me, I don't think his ancestors were part of the tribes or part of the men that were going and hunting down the mammoths. I don't believe that for a second.
We need another war. The post that really seemed to kick this all off was made by Denims, the self-described
Of
largest
course.
female political streamer. Only because I don't stream Denims. Only because
I was about to say the exact same fucking thing. She took the words right out of my fucking mouth. I was literally about to be like, yeah, that's only because Shuonhead doesn't stream. Damn, she beat me fucking to it. She's speaking facts, though. You know for a fact that if Shuonhead was streamed and she did like politics and shit like that, like Asmund, you know for a fact she'd be topping Hassan in viewers naturally, because we know Hassan needs the view part.
because I don't stream. Anyway, I don't have any like personal beef with Denims. This isn't like an own Denims video. We used to be kind of cool years ago, but she apparently has some opinions on Emiru, so let's hear her out. Never thought I'd see the day we'd be fence-sitting the modern Gestapo. First of all, she's not fence-sitting. She's just choosing not to talk about politics. Like, in order to fence-sit, you actually have to say something. She didn't even say anything. Like, how do you even know what her opinion is? Second of all, modern.
That's like if someone asked you, what are your stances on, well, do you prefer vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream? And you say, I don't like ice cream in general. No. And you say you're lactose intolerant. And then they're like, oh, so you hate ice cream. You just don't like ice cream. You just don't like black ice cream. You know, that's how that would devolve. And you'd just be like, whoa, what the fuck do you mean black ice cream? What the fuck did that come out of? What? What? And they just go on. They just go on this rant about just random shit all of a sudden. And you're just there like, I could have sworn you just asked me about ice cream. Why are we talking about race now all of a sudden?
Gestapo? Why is everything the fucking Holocaust? It's totally normal to criticize ICE. It's totally understandable to have issues with the things they are doing. But modern Gestapo? Don't you guys get tired of this shit? Like, don't you guys get tired of saying, like, isn't this exhausting after a while? Everything is Nazis, everything is the Holocaust, everyone is Hitler. It's like nothing else bad ever happened in history. Like, what did they used to compare bad things to before World War II? Oh my god, you're literally Napoleon. Also, I love this. Racist chud. Like, where did the racism part? Like, where did that come from? Listen, I don't get.
I feel like they're saying that because she's white, which is a little odd because I could have sworn Emiru's Asian, but you know, I might just be losing my mind here, you know.
Get on camera and start talking about cars or math or taxes or investing or going outside or the plenty of other things I don't know about. I sit here and talk about the gender war and the culture war because I'm good at those things and that's what people watch me for. That is my lane and I stay in it. Emiru likes what she's doing. Her audience likes what she's doing. There are plenty of other channels that will regurgitate your political takes back to you. Just turn on the TV. Turn on TV. Most normal people are sick and tired of celebrities just like spewing their political takes completely unprompted. I don't care what Glub Shitto thinks of politics, okay? Why does Glub Shitto have to get on stage and start talking about how we're on stolen land or some shit? Why do you need your political opinions thrown up into your mouth by a celebrity like a fucking baby bird? Like, do you really want Sydney Sweeney throwing up in your mouth? Don't answer.
Not really.
Please don't answer.
No, not really. That sounds nasty. I'm not. I know I'm into some weird, freaky shit, but I'm not that fucking weird and freaky. All right, like No, the moment your fucking bodily fluids that aren't naturally made from you having an orgasm are involved, I'm like, nah, I'm out. I'm good. I'm good. Sorry, no. No, I'm good. You know, I don't mind, her fucking hopping off me, spraying me, and then her legs fucking shaking and giving out, and she's just convulsing there. I don't mind that. That's natural, you know? But no, just throwing up on me, fuck no. Same thing with the other end. Just the hell no. Just the hell no. That's just nasty as fuck.
Answer that.
She's right when she says most streamers are not qualified to talk about politics. Okay, here's the thing, dude. You actually don't have to be qualified to talk about politics to say ICE. It's not that hard of a concept.
You actually don't have to know what you're talking about in order to just say the line. What? You should look into a topic, do your own research, come to your own conclusion, and form your—
This is like when non-Christians try to use the Bible out of context against actual Christians who have read the Bible cover to cover, back and forth, upside down, and inside out. They bleed scripture. It's like, well, what's the one they always go to? Oh, the Bible condones rape. And then they point to like a scripture about, where they're like, where it says that if a man lays with a woman, that he needs to go pay the fucking and like some shit about no one being around, and that he has to go pay the dad silver, some like a certain quantity of silver. And they're like, that's the gotcha right there. That's rape. It's like, no, that's not rape. Because right there, both of those people are being intimate without being married. They're both doing it with consent. The passage before that, on the other hand, where there's a virgin and she's out in a field and she's running from a pursuer and he catches her and he forces herself on her and she's screaming for help and no one's around to help her. That's the case of rape. And what does God say about that? He should be put to fucking death immediately. And that no one should, I think he says that no one should view this girl any differently because her innocence was taken against her will. Something like that. But the main focus point is that he says that, if someone rapes someone, you should kill them. He says that. He's very blatant. Same thing with the pedophile thing, everyone's they love to say, oh, Jesus says love everyone. And it's like, yeah, but at the same time, if you really want to go that deep, you fucking degenerate, he also said we should tie stones around your neck and chuck you off a cliff and let you drown. So are you really sure you're the one to want to be quoting scripture, my friend? Given what Jesus' stance is on you? But anywho, I'm getting off topic.
own opinion on the topic. You should not just blindly, mindlessly say the line.
You know who doesn't do political content? Cutie Cinderella. Cutie Cinderella literally never does political content. And even she's capable of saying F ICE. What about Cinna?
Yeah, that's because they're sheeple. They're mindless drones. That's why.
You don't have to be a political creator directly.
They're LA creators like you. They'll say whatever's trendy that'll get them the most views. They're like Ludwig. Few weeks down the line, when everyone's pro-ICE, they're going to be saying, oh, yeah, I'm sorry about what I said. I'm pro-ICE. I've been pro-ICE. Yeah. We should, like, I can guarantee you, when the pendulum shifts, they're going to immediately shift their opinions. And they're going to pretend like they were always on ICE's side. I can guarantee that. That's an if, if the pendulum shifts.
Recognize that it's not hard to say F ICE.
You don't have to be a political content creator to say the line. All your other friends are saying the line, Emiru. Why aren't you saying the line, Emiru?
L ICE. Okay, but unironically though, F them. Straight up. Hey, F them. Yeah, it's F them, don't care. And if you—
Bro, have you seen some of those female ICE agents? Bro, yeah. Yeah, I think we should fuck ICE. Yeah, I'm down for that. I volunteer as tribute to go and be with the female ICE agents and just fuck ICE, you know? Bro, this is stupid. So fucking stupid, these people, man. They're
You
idiots.
don't like that I say that, it's you too. You know what I mean? It's really that easy.
Nah,
for
I'm
me.
good.
telling
You
right now.
probably
There's
you probably carry some shit, not gonna lie. So I'd rather not.
Emiru's roommate saying the line. Aren't we all proud of her? By the way, where are all her friends during all of this? Where are all her morally righteous, good guy, big streamer friends while this is all going down? While she's being dragged by half of the internet for doing absolutely nothing wrong. This girl who literally just came out of an allegedly abusive relationship. This girl who literally just got assaulted, grabbed by some freak at a convention. Now this girl is going through all of this. I guess it's fine to be silent when your friend is getting dragged by half of the internet, but don't you dare stay silent about current thing. I don't even know this woman, and I am sticking my neck out for her because it pisses me off seeing this kind of shit happen to people who absolutely do not deserve it.
If you're above the age of 18, you should care about politics in your fucking country. You don't get to be like, well, I don't agree with this whole taxes thing.
Why?
So I'm just not gonna.
Why? Why should you? Why should you the moment you're 18? I feel like there are other priorities for certain people than politics, you know? Just because you're entitled and privileged enough, you know, to sit in a room and just, you know, milk gooners doesn't mean, and, you know, not have to worry about rent and paying for your family's shit, doesn't mean that the rest of the world has that privilege. Okay? Timothy fucking McGee in bumfuck middle of nowhere, Iowa, needs to fucking get up at 2 a.m. and work the fucking potato farms, because if he fucking doesn't, they'll fucking freeze. And there goes the harvest. All right. So what the fuck are so yeah, so why the fuck should little Timothy McGee give a fuck about politics when he has other fucking priorities like being able to fucking eat? You know? Same shit here. It's like, bro, why should Emiru give a fuck about politics? She probably has she literally has other fucking priorities. We just heard the examples of the other priorities she has in her life that she has to deal with right now by shoe on head. And bro, whatever.
Pay for it. You can't say like, well, I'm just not going to care about all this politics stuff.
When someone doesn't have an opinion on a political topic, people like you might get a little mad. When someone doesn't pay their taxes, the government comes and arrests them. Okay, so that's the difference between those things.
Yeah.
There's this weird idea in America especially where like you can just be an adult and be like, oh, I don't care about politics. What?
Many people.
All right, here's my questions to you, Denims. If you care so much about politics, why don't you make that your main focus point of your content? Why when financial hardships suddenly come across you, you need a result to whoring yourself out instead on OnlyFans, instead of just pushing out more political content? That's my question. You know, why not just pump out even more fucking videos instead of pumping out fucking loads for guys on OnlyFans? Oh, maybe it's because you're a hypocrite and you don't actually care about the political content. You just know that it'll get you views.
Most people do not care that much about politics. I know to you and me that's like mind-blowing, that's like unfathomable, because our whole life is politics, our job is politics, like I get it. But most people's lives do not revolve around politics. They do other things other than fight with strangers online. Crazy, I know, but man, do I envy them. I was so much happier before
all this.
I knew. Sadly, it is getting harder and harder for the average person to not care about politics because politics is seeping into literally everything. Politics will be bending you over and spreading your cheeks and going in dry whether you want it or not. And unfortunately,
yeah, and it won't even take you out to dinner first.
The people who are like, I just want to be left alone, are the people who are the most fucked by politics. Also, more importantly, Emiru wasn't saying that she doesn't care about politics. She was saying she didn't want to talk about politics. I feel like that is a huge difference. I care a lot about like skincare, but I don't get on here and talk about like peptides and collagen to my audience because they don't give a shit. They're here to watch me say feminism is doo-doo and make silly little faces at the camera.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
When grown women don't.
Ah, the dopamine rush. So adorable. Women does cute face on the internet makes the brain go burr.
Have a mind of their own. You are 28 years old. Please develop a mind of your own. All she does is pander to anime gooner men. No mind of her own. I never liked.
That's fucking hilarious, given that that's exactly what Denims does. Last I checked, I don't think Emiru has an OnlyFans. Denims does.
Emiru, so finding out she's stupid and doesn't have a mind of her own is nice. The audacity! If she didn't have a mind of her own, she would have mindlessly parroted the shit you want her to say. She would have mindlessly just been like, fuck Ice. If Emiru came out and was like, actually, I think Ice is doing a fine job, do you think they'd be like, ah yes, she has a mind of her own? No, absolutely not. They are not angry.
They'd say she's a brainwashed fascist. Then they'd probably say that she got groomed. Then they'd probably call her a Nazi, then call her a fascist, then say, oh, yeah, what do you expect from someone who hangs out with people like Tectone and Asmongold all day? And then they'll probably start pulling up screenshots of like the Steak and Eggs podcast and being like, well, when you hang out with these kinds of people, that's the type of mentality you're going to develop. And you know what? And you know for a fact that's exactly what they're going to say if she has that take. If she has a pro-Ice take.
That she doesn't have an opinion. They are angry that she doesn't have their opinion. The absolute audacity to say that this woman doesn't have a mind of her own while thousands of you people swarm her like drones, barking orders at her to say the line. You guys literally operate like the fucking Borg. So what I'm gathering is that Emiru is a grown woman who acts like a frail, silly little girl to entertain fat, dirty incel Asian fetisher weirdos and is okay with that but draws the line at saying Ice is bad. Emiru and Asmon's audience are the same. Incels love Emiru because she confirms the image of the anime bimbo stereotype that incels worship. She definitely cultivated an audience who, in the end of all things, are reactionary. She appeals to violent racists who fetishize Asian women. What the fuck is this Asian fetish thing? Are they just saying this because she's fucking Asian? Like, I'm trying to—
Yeah, I'm like, bro, it's cool that she's Asian, but I'm like, not to be... You know what? I'm not gonna say shit. I'm not gonna say shit.
Find a clip of Emiru saying "sucky sucky $5" or something. It doesn't exist. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's not a coincidence that she answered the question this way, and that her fan base consists heavily on Asian fetishes. I don't know where this is coming from. And the woman saying this is literally an OnlyFans like.
Yeah. I was about to say, if they so much as say anything about being Asian, ma'am, you're literally also doing the exact same thing. The only difference is you're probably on OnlyFans. Where Emiru isn't.
An Asian OnlyFans model. Like, I'm sorry, are you really the person to be talking about fetishization here? The most insane part of all of this had to be when her ex-boyfriend, her allegedly abusive ex-boyfriend, posted his own Ice in the middle of his ex-girlfriend being canceled for not saying that. Like, how fucking petty do you have to be to sub-
You know he, oh yeah, I was about to say, you know he 100% did that just to pander to them. Just to try to gain a little support on his side.
Tweet your ex like that. Another character involved in all this is former booby streamer Caseytron.
It reminds me of whenever Amarath started wearing a cowboy hat because that's what—
Yo, alright, I don't give a fuck what she's saying. What is this? What the fuck? This looks like ice cream and bread. What the fuck did she douse it in on the left? Looks like she... Oh, that doesn't look good at all. It looks like slime, not gonna lie. What the fuck? Pie, mash, and liquor. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, this is a pie? I thought this was some type of like fucking bread. Or this looks like a fucking... I forgot what they're fucking called. It's basically a giant tortilla. Like deep fried with like sugar. I forgot what they're called. They're good. And this is potato. I thought this was vanilla ice cream. What the fuck? Oh shit. Now that oh bro, why does it look like both? It looks like both. Like if you showed me this, I'd say that's fucking ice cream. Then if you told me that's actually potatoes, I'd be like, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I see the potatoy texture. What the fuck? Bro, I thought this was some type of dessert. This is literally dinner?
Whenever she started going like full Nazi, basically, she started wearing the cowboy hat. It's like whenever these Texas girls in like these Austin, Texas streamer circles start wearing cowboy hats, that's whenever you got to watch out.
A woman in Texas wearing a cowboy hat? Lord, take me out.
That's like saying a woman in LA wearing a beanie is a fucking what's the word? It's oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, the fucking it's so annoying. It's so annoying. Hipster's the fucking word. It's like if you said, oh, every woman who wears a beanie in LA is just a hipster. You know exactly what beanie I'm talking about when I say that, by the way. It's like saying every guy with a beard, glasses, a beanie, overalls with a flannel tucked in shirt, and some like brown leather boots is a hipster. It's like, what? What? Maybe he's a lumberjack.
Take me out back, behind the shed. Put me out of my misery if I ever become this politically brain rotted. Holy shit.
Like, you know that she probably has like weird incels donating her hundreds of dollars. It's because, like, in my opinion, like, it's all a facade.
Oh, fuck. The irony of what she just said, it was so bad, I started fucking choking on my own spit. Damn, that's mad ironic. Given that you were literally begging your fans for money, not how many months ago? Like, bro, I'm unemployed again, and even I would never stoop so low as to begging viewers for money. You know? Fuck that. I'd rather dig trench holes and whatnot for like $20 an hour than to ever beg on the internet for money.
To appeal to the worst type of men, because like really misogynistic, shitty incel like men, they like a woman that doesn't have any opinions. I think that she also plays into how a lot of incels will fetishize Asian women. Her whole platform is just like appealing to like the worst fucking men. She's like basically like she's
Tell me you're salty over looks without telling me you're salty over looks.
like a pick-me for like incel freaks.
So this fucking pick-me shit, dude, it's gonna be the death of me. Before making this video, I watched a bunch of Emiru stuff, and I saw no signs of like pick-me behavior at all. At least with some streamers or some YouTubers. People could be like, oh, they criticize women, so they're trying to be like one of the good ones, and they're a pick-me. Like, okay, sure.
Yeah, or like how some VTubers will go out and say, oh, men's mental health is a drastic issue, then have porn of their models. Yeah. It's like, how can you go and say that, you know, you stand for men's mental health, but then turn around and literally put out porn that is one of the root causes of men's mental health? It makes no sense. I feel like you're quite literally one of the biggest fucking hypocrites if you do that as a VTuber. You know, like if you want to push porn, just don't fucking start virtue signaling for men's mental health. If your literal fucking entire shtick is gooner bait with your model, but you don't do gooner bait shit, you just let the model speak for itself. I feel like you shouldn't be fucking saying shit like that. And yeah, I am talking about certain VTubers, you know, and it's nothing against them. Like I said, just don't be a fucking hypocrite. It's as simple as that. You know, I also believe the same shit if you like have a partner. It's like, and you do like gooner bait shit, or like if you're a VTuber and you're married and you like put out porn of your model getting like piped. regardless of whether it's like your significant other or not. I still feel like it's like, bro, really? You're fucking married. You're gonna have kids someday. You really want to tell mommy that you really want to tell your kids that mommy makes her money because she makes her character model do these lewd things? It's like, bro, same shit with like porn and like hentai and shit like that. It's like, cool. Do you really want to tell your kids you made your money off of depravity and immorality? It's kind of like yeah, you make all this money, but at what cost?
Like, that's retarded. We all know that's retarded. But at least I can like kind of see how is Emiru a pick me? She doesn't even do that shit. Like, where is the pick me thing coming from? No, really though, what makes her a pick me and not the booby streamer or OnlyFans models calling her a pick me? You are literally selling your body for men to consume. If men do not,
and it's so funny because it's so funny because back in the day, like, and by saying back in the day, I mean like a year or two ago, the meme was, oh, they'd sell their bodies for like the price of a Big Mac. And it's funny because now they'll sell their bodies for even cheaper than the price of a Big Mac. Because what's a Big Mac now? I think here in California it's like what, $10? $10-12 just for the burger alone, not the combo. The combo can run you what, $13 to $15, give or take. So it's like, and then you have some of these models putting their stuff out for like what, $5, $3. It's like, bro, man, you're literally selling your body for a bag of hot Cheetos at the liquor store. Not even a Big Mac, a bag of chips. That's how much you're worth. That's how much your body is worth on the internet. A bag of chips from the corner liquor store. That's sad.
pick pictures of your ass, you can't pay rent. There's no bigger pick-me on earth than a fucking porn star. And me. I don't care about being called a pick-me. I've been doing this for over a decade now. I'm used to it. I've been called it thousands of times. I'm a
yeah, she lived through Tumblr at its peak.
35-year-old married mother. I do not give a shit. I do care, however, when other women are called pick-me for the crime of not following a hive mind. I see it so often in like the VTuber community. Like all these VTuber anime women will be called pick-me's for just saying their opinions. You have to understand, like, to these people, whenever a woman has like an opinion that is not like the corporate HR approved opinion of the week, whenever a woman doesn't toe the line of the current thing, in this case, whenever a woman doesn't say anything, she's called pick-me. You know, she just must have these opinions for men. No other reason. Every woman is secretly a big progressive feminist. And if they're not, they're just doing it for male attention. Because I'm sure someone who looks like this is really starving for male attention.
I mean, in my opinion, it's like she's not entertaining whatsoever. She's like, I would literally rather watch paint dry.
Here's my question to all the women out there who are like, oh, she's a pick-me. Why the fuck wouldn't you want to be a pick-me? Why wouldn't you want to be picked by the guy of your dreams? Please explain that to me. Out of a crowd of women who you know for a fact are better than you in every way, shape, or form, why would you not try to stand out and be the pick-me because you want to be picked by the guy of your dreams? Because that's literally the guy of your dreams. What? Like, what? It makes no sense. What are you, so all these women are just gay? They're just gay? They're doing this for attention from other women then? Because if so, then close down the OnlyFans. Stop, making money off of men. But it's so stupid. It's like the same shit when like a woman does her hair a certain way that other women know is like attractive to the male gaze. And then they'll be like, oh, you're a pick-me. It's like, well, yeah, no shit. Why wouldn't you want to look attractive to the opposite gender to try to attract a mate? It's like, bro, you see this in fucking animals all the fucking time. Penguins go out and find the nicest fucking stones they can for their mates. Fucking birds have their mating fucking dances and whatnot. So much so they're so goofy we meme them so much so that we say, imagine if men had to court women the way birds do. That's how goofy some of these bird dances are. But they do that to try to attract a mate, to try to be picked by the opposite gender. So yeah, why would a woman who probably wants to find a boyfriend that will lead to marriage and having a family not want to have the same opinions and try to be picked by the man of their dreams so that way they can get their happily ever after? Make that make sense to me, you know? Make it make sense. It makes no sense whatsoever.
So true, because you know what is far more entertaining than a cute, high-energy cosplay streamer reacting to memes? This. This is way more entertaining. And if you don't agree, you're just like an incel. Okay, bitch. Eventually, after a few days...
You know what's so funny? The two different types of stoners you see. And based off... this is the stoner in me. Based off of the way she's talking and she's behaving, she's 100% smoking indicas and not sativas. Because that's what I smoke. And it's so funny how she's being like that. And I'm just like, man, just go take a fucking nap at this point, dog. Just turn off the stream and just go take a nap. You're at that point. I know you are. You know, yes, you can be funny and entertaining when you smoke, you know, you can be that kind, but if you continue to do it like she does, you're eventually going to hit that point, or it just gets you fucking to the point where you just want to knock out. She's at that point. So she should just go to bed. Just go the fuck to bed, turn off stream, because you're just saying stupid shit at this point. You know, even if you say this stupid shit at the start of your smoking sesh, at least you're still somewhat fucking, you know, clear-minded. You're not groggy. So that way you're somewhat still aware, wired a little bit. So that way you can at least be a little more coherent, I want to say. You know, you're not fucking taking these long-ass pauses. You're not, you know, doing what Shuon had just showed us, where you pause and talk very low, like you're about to knock out on the microphone. Like, bro, like at that point, just stop streaming and go to bed. Genuinely.
Being dogpiled by the most annoying people on Earth, Emiru came out with a statement. Hello, it's very rare I will speak my mind.
This is very sad. I'm really sad that she did this. She did not have to do this.
But I'd rather get my thoughts out there, so apologies if this is long. There's a clip from my stream that's been circulating a lot, so I'd like to explain it for anyone who was hurt or shocked by it. It should go without saying that no one deserves to live their life in fear of being killed or taken away from their homes or families, regardless of who is doing it, but especially not because of ICE or any other government agency. I understand the world is a very cruel and messed up place. You don't have to study politics or actively read the news to know that. I would never want to invalidate anyone who struggles with those things, and an agency causing fear and suffering deserves zero support. To me, that's not even political, it's basic human empathy. Now I thought that's
okay. Well, so here's the issue. You're now drawing a line that says ICE is bad at this. Okay, well, here's the issue. Now, do you stand against the cartels that are doing this? See, now you're choosing to go down the rabbit hole. You should have just stayed silent. Because now it's like, all right, well, if you don't support ICE, then you're not, then obviously, realistically, you should have an issue with the cartels too, right? I mean, they're not even a government agency and they're doing this exact same stuff, killing people, trafficking women, raping women. I mean, hell, you probably don't hear it because the media doesn't show you this, but I've seen it. You know, I've gone down far enough that I've gone down far enough that rabbit hole where I have seen the fucking literal 9-year-olds that arrive here that are literally like 5 to 6 months pregnant, and they're just sitting there at like a facility because they got caught by ICE. And they have no one there to help them, no one there to like take care of them. And it's like, yeah, when you see shit like that, these children literally being exploited in such a way, yeah, no shit. I want ICE to get every single one of these disgusting fucks and put an end to it all. You know? I want ICE to find every single one of these fucking disgusting pedophiles and these fucking child sex traffickers. And if it was up to me, we'd be chucking them off a cliff into the ocean with stones tied around their neck, like Jesus said. That's what we'd be doing to every single one of these disgusting fucks. But no, but no, we don't talk about that. No, why? Because that forces you to face the reality that ICE doesn't just go after immigrants, that ICE has other functions, such as going after child trafficking.
Statement was perfectly fine. My issue with—
And guess what the files showed us? That a lot of politicians took part in all that stuff. So I wonder why all of a sudden the politicians really hate ICE. Maybe it's because ICE's job, not only is it to secure the border, but it's also its other job, like I stated, is to stop child trafficking. Illegal any kind of child trafficking. All child trafficking is illegal, realistically. I was about to say illegal child trafficking, but let's be real. There's no such thing as legal child trafficking. All of it's illegal. So yeah, illegal, like, bro, just child trafficking. No, there's nothing legal about it ever.
It is, she didn't have to make it. She was basically forced to come out and say her opinion. So did these freaks finally back off once Emiru made her opinion about ICE clearer? No. Of course not. Nazi response. TLDR, go f*** yourself in your PR apology. And there it is.
And this is why you don't cave. This is why you don't give them what the fuck they want. Because once they have this, look, this is their response. She gave them what they wanted, and this is how they respond. You might as well have not said anything.
Of fucking course she's another dumb c***. Girl, we are not as dumb as you look. You're still a racist chud, but continue to enjoy the money you get from your incel audience because they're disgusting, just like you. All I hear is—
if she was a pick-me, why would she have said that? By your own logic, if she was a pick-me, following your logic, would she not, to appease her incel audience, have said the opposite and said, I support ICE? And I'm a right-wing conservative? Yay, ICE. ICE is doing God's work. Would she not have said that instead of what she put out?
I support Israel and my name is Emiru. Wait, what?
What?
Where the f did Israel come from? Why
Yeah.
to talk about politics?
Netanyahu! That fucking response. My toilet clogged the other day and it flooded my bathroom and it was all Netanyahu's fault. Netanyahu! I got a leg cramp at 3 in the morning and it was all because of you. Like, what? Where the fuck did Israel come from?
Equals, I'm a Nazi and I'm ashamed of my opinions. Everyone knows what's up. She's a fascist in disguise and is squirming. Emiru, you are garbage Nazi-loving c***. You got orange around your mouth. Say F you, Asmongold. If you're neutral— oh wait, if you're neutral, you might as well say you're MAGA. Stand for something, ho. That's what Trump wants, for everyone to be quiet about it. The idea of get off the internet is so fucking ignorant. This dumb cunt needs to shut her fucking mouth.
My God, you need to get off the internet.
I've been hating on her since day one and knew something was off about her. Not a good statement.
That's sad.
She implicitly disavowed ICE, but not so much the actual Trump admin. Yeah, you disavowed ICE.
Oh my God.
What about the whole Trump administration? They're like literally the mouse from If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. I was like reading that book to my toddler the other day and I was like, oh my God, this is literally Twitter. You cannot give them an inch, dude. Of fucking course are incel fans swooping in to protect the poor little 28-year-old. Ah yes,
Just
incels.
28?
Known for defending women online. What? What the f does the word incel even—
Didn't the king of the incels literally kill people because he couldn't get laid? Why the fuck? Like, he was literally just derogatory. Like, what?
doesn't mean anymore? Does it just mean man now? It just means man. Man I do not like. I had no idea this was a thing until yesterday. How come no one told me Emiru low-key a femcel? Femcel!
Oh my.
Emiru's a femcel! Oh my fucking— do people just not know what words mean anymore? How are they coming to these conclusions? I mean, have you looked at her? I mean, look at her. Look at her. Just look at her. Look at her.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I don't see it. I think you guys just might be mentally—
I mean, in my opinion, I think her eyes are a little too far apart. If I look at her for too long. But that's just me. She's still pretty nonetheless. She's still pretty nonetheless, you know?
ill. We need to do something about these male-centered women. Okay, first of all, nothing is more male-centered than centering your life around hating men. Men just live rent-free in your head. Take it up with God, go to therapy, do literally anything else, then make it our problem. F her, and especially f her bestie Asmongold. I hope they get
Oh, there it is.
30-year-old
Remember when I said they tie it back to Asmongold? I said that earlier. There it is.
woman too scared to say f ice to keep her incel audience happy. Let's hope she gets abused again. Couldn't happen to a better person. Next time this cunt is assaulted, I'm gonna laugh and laugh. F her and f ice and f you if you support this cunt. Emiru deserved what Miskiff did.
People are sad.
Emiru for supporting ICE. I genuinely hope this bitch gets oh, okay. I reported that one. Holy shit. What is wrong with these people? See, you don't
They're
understand.
mentally ill.
I'm a good guy, which makes
They belong in an insane asylum. They belong on their own fucking island, cut off from society, cut off from the internet. That's what that's where they belong, if I'm being honest.
it okay for me to say f***ed up things about bad guy. You think saying that to someone is f***ed up? Well, you should be abused too, because you're probably also bad guy. It's called being on the right side of history, Chud. Look it up. Nazis deserve death, and silence is compliance. May I just remind the audience that this is what she said.
If you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
Ladies and gentlemen, a Nazi that deserves death. What? After making her terrible statement full of lies, Emiru decided to follow right-wing grifter Shoe-on-Head. Of course Emiru is now following a fellow pathetic pick-me for being quiet.
I wish Juan had followed me on Twitter. That'd be pretty dope. I'd add that to the highlights wall. You know, she'd be up there with Leaflet.
Quiet about ICE. They both don't want to piss off their 100% right-wing gooner fan base. For the record, my fan base is probably like 70% right-wing and 80% gooner. Okay, but for some reason, they didn't mind when I came out and harshly criticized ICE in my last video. Yeah, some disagreed, but for the most part, they didn't care. As long as you aren't preaching from an ivory tower with no nuance, rhyme, or reason, people don't care. I'll say some shit like, we should decommodify housing, and the right-wingers in my audience are just like, okay, commie mommy. These people cannot fathom a universe where people just disagree. Oh, you're just scared. You don't want to upset your chud audience. I upset my chud audience every goddamn day. You're the ones terrified of your own fucking cult. God forbid you only agree with 99% of the hive mind approved opinions. God have mercy on your soul. I do.
Yeah, let's not get into the fact that their fucking opinions change on a whim. Like, bro, it's so funny. That went from loving Elon and buying Teslas to burning Teslas. It went from hating fucking whatchamacallit, the Cheneys, you know, because they're a bunch of warmongers, to all of a sudden supporting the Cheneys. Yeah, and that is a dig at Eminem. Yeah, you fucking sack of shit. Back in the day, fucking, you know, talks about how he doesn't like the Cheneys, goes out and supports the fucking party that the Cheneys are a part of. Okay, sure, go on, King, whatever. Here's your shit crown, my guy.
Not envy you. Once you bend the knee to these people, once you apologize or capitulate, it's over. These people don't actually want an apology. They want to humiliate you. They want to drag you down. At the end of the day, they have found a socially acceptable way to bully people. That's what this is. A lot of people in response to Emiru's statement were like, why did you apologize to the mob? You know, you bent the knee, you're a coward. And honestly, people don't realize how insane it can get. These people, the cult of the CryBully, they come in swarms, they get in your head, they prey on your empathy, they isolate you from your friends.
You just tell them to
feel
fuck
like a
off.
terrible person for having milquetoast normal ass opinions, or in this case, no opinion. And when you are someone who is not used to dealing with these types of people, or you are someone in like a vulnerable state of mind, it is very easy for these cult-like tactics to work.
Yeah, that's when you hit it with the FOF, that FOF, you know? Hit them with it. Just a bit of like, you just turn to them, say FOF, and then you keep on walking. They won't know what it means, but you'll know what it means. Fuck off, and then a nice little 6-letter word.
This shit works especially well with women in particular, not to be sexist, but it's just true. Honestly, you know, now that I think about it, the only people who are immune to this are, like, autistic people. I swear to God, people on the spectrum are immune to the bully tactics. What happened is Emiru just saw people who were mad at her, and she wanted to do the correct thing. Unfortunately, this is just gonna make it worse. And they're moving on to one of their favorite tactics.
The big question in everyone's mind is, well, are you still friends with Asmongold?
While it is appreciated that you are taking a stand and clarifying the clip, You do continue to be vague about how deep your associations with Asmin are.
Who cares?
Hopefully you've cut ties with that hate-mongering Nazi troll Asmin, right?
Who cares?
Glad you
Plus
made this and
slander.
owned up to it, but you're still friends with Asmongold, so it doesn't
Who
read as
cares?
earnest. Almost a decent explanation, but the elephant in the room is that your friendship with Asmongold is holding us back from seeming sincere. Okay.
Bro, I'd love to be friends with Asmongold. I think that'd be fucking great. Bro, I'd love to be able to just hit up Asmongold and be like, just send him a text and be like, did you see the dumbass shit on the internet that they just fucking are? Just be like, yo, you know, stupid shit on the news today. You'd be like, what? I sent them a link. Be like, what the fuck? I'd be like, yeah. Anywho, go about our days.
Now, what about your best friend Asmongold? Denounce Asmin, or I'm not taking this seriously. You're friends with Assmold.
What the fuck?
Assmold?
Yo, that's wild.
She's still friends with Asmongold.
Now, whatever you think of
Cares.
Asmongold, he is friends with Emiru. They are friends, even though they disagree with each other. Crazy, right?
I literally said
In my opinion, a crazy tinfoil theory here, but I'm gonna hit you with that fucking X-Files shit. I think they're more than just friends. That's right, I said it. I think Asmongold and Emiru are way more than just friends. I think they have a deep bond, intimate relationship, you know? Something that unifies them deeper. So I think they're not just best friends, but I think they're best friends. I think they're the bestest of friends. I think they got that Emiru levievt friendship.
like I don't agree with the things he says. Like, what do y'all want me to do? Like, fucking shoot him on stream?
Yes, that is what they want you to do. Yes. Around 2018, I was facing nearly daily harassment for being friends with someone who was on the right. Hundreds of people were on my ass like every day. They were calling my
That's
job.
sad.
They got emails of my family members. It was like
That's even
nonstop.
sadder.
Now, this person was a good friend of mine, but in order to get all these people off my back, I did probably the cringiest thing ever, and I publicly disavowed her. Publicly disavowed a friend of mine over political differences. Now,
That's
for those
sad.
of you who are new here, that sounds like something I would never do, but I did it. I bent the knee to a faceless mob of people who hate me. And in return, I received nothing. The harassment didn't stop, the hate didn't stop. Well, needless to say, karma is real, and the same thing happened to me years later. I was publicly disavowed by friends over political differences. This story ultimately does have a good ending. Me and my friend
Bro,
from
if
2018
if I get publicly disavowed by anyone just because of my political takes, I'm like, bro, we were never friends to begin with then. Like, if we have differing fucking political views, and you're telling me that I can be respectful and tolerant of your views to not let it be a fucking hindrance on our friendship, but you fucking can't, then we were never friends to begin with, dog. I'll just cut you off right then and there. I'll be like, all right, cool, have fun, enjoy the rest of your life. I'll pray that you find happiness. You know? But that's about it. You know, you'll never cross my mind ever again.
we made up years ago. But looking back on all this in 2026 is extremely embarrassing. And if I knew what I knew now, I would have just told those people to go fuck themselves. But in the moment, it's incredibly stressful and you just kind of want it all to stop. And you will do whatever you can to make it stop. So I understand why Emiru came out and made a statement. I just really hope she doesn't wind up disavowing friends over political differences like I did. It was a huge mistake and it is not worth it because you are going
If she does, there goes the chance of ever having another steak and eggs resurgence.
to find yourself surrounded by people who see you as a temporary ally and not a real friend. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a never apologize person. You should apologize if you actually do something wrong, if you actually wronged someone, but you shouldn't apologize.
Yeah, you should always repent. You know, repent for your sins. It's literally a teaching in the Bible. It's literally the Bible's entire fucking philosophy.
To like a nebulous, faceless mob of people while facing down a barrel of a gun. There is nothing that she could say and no amount of money she could donate that could convince me she's not a soulless ghoul like all the men she's happily surrounded herself with for years. There is nothing you can ever do to please these people so why bother? They will not be happy until you kill yourself, and even then they will dance on your grave. And I know, like, with everything going on right now, like, is this really a video about cancel culture in 2026? And it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Not really.
First of all, you should expect that. You clicked on a shoe on a head video. But second of all, yeah, I feel like this is kind of important to talk about. I feel like this type of thing is part of the reason we are where we are right now. This type of stuff drives people away from the left. And more importantly than that, it's just evil. I saw some leftists covering Emiru being canceled, and they were like, the cultural shift is here. Woke 2.0, we don't play around. We're mean now. Woke 2.0? Because woke 1.0 worked out so well for you guys in the country, right? You're supposed to learn from
We're mean now, they say, as if they were never mean to begin with. As if they were never threatening people to begin with.
your mistakes, not double down and get worse. I don't know how you can look at the last 10 years and be like, we have got to get more annoying. Like, what are you doing? Attacking normie streamers for not wanting to be involved in political discourse? Also, I feel like this goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm not smearing, like, the left as a whole, okay? This isn't fucking Fox News. This isn't the Nuxanor channel. I'm well aware there are plenty of left-wing people, especially in my audience, who feel the same way.
Yeah, it kind of sucks ass that Nux is Jewish. If he wasn't, that'd be a plus. Then he'd be perfect. Same with Nevin.
I do. I'm talking about a certain faction of the mostly online left. I was about to say it's like a loud minority, but I don't even think it's a minority anymore. I think it's like a majority. Like, I feel like I'm one of the only ones like holding down the fort. Like me and Anna Kasparian. And every day I'm called a right-wing for being like, hey, maybe we can focus on the issues that like actually affect the working class. You know, things that actually help people, not stupid fucking shit like going after.
Yeah, like the fucking retarded ass bullshit mile tax that they introduced in California. Yeah, well, how come no one's fucking talking about that? Literally, that's the dumbest fucking shit. You're kidding me? You want to tax people a fucking per mile that they drive on top of taxing them for owning a car and taxing them for fucking for the road maintenance, you know, and taxing them for the fucking gas and taxing them for the car maintenance. You want to now tax them for using the fucking car? Fuck out of here. Oh my fucking god.
E-girl cosplay streamers. Like, can we just get back to the fact that we are all being ruled by satanic billionaire pedophiles who may or may not be eating children, please? Thank you. In conclusion, Emiru did nothing wrong. People are tired of having politics shoved down their throat, and you don't need to speak about things you don't want to speak about. You don't have to do that. You don't have to say the line, actually. This is mass psychosis, rivaling on
Yeah, this reminds me of when Asmongold got banned for calling, I think it was the Islam's an inferior culture because they just degrade, berate, and belittle women. And like the internet lost their fucking mind and he got banned on Twitch and he put out an apology. It was like, bro, why are you bending the knee? You're literally bending the knee and taking back your actual honest to God belief because the internet is saying you had the wrong take. Like, bro, it's so dumb. It's genuinely stupid.
2020. These people are trying to socially ostracize this woman for not putting like a black square on her Instagram. They're just mad at Emiru for not doing like the ice bucket challenge or some shit. Like that's basically what is happening here. If you are going to streamers for political information, you are cooked. If you are going to shoe on head for political information, you are deep fried. So that was that little video. If you liked my yapping, please subscribe. And if you can, donate to my Patreon.
I would honestly rather be deep fried than to have no brain at all and be just part of the hive mind.
Down below. It really helps the channel out and I appreciate it so much. And I will see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye!
Oh? Is this real shoe on head or is this fake shoe on head? We'll see. We'll see. Well, we have a lot of seconds, so I feel like this is real shoe on head. Maybe? Come on. There's no shot.
Say it!
Ah, we got real shoe on head. Let's go at the very last second. That's how you can tell if it's real shoe on head or not. If at the end she includes a the little end clip, or if she doesn't. If it's just the outro and that's it, it just ends. That's imposter shoe. That's her doppelganger. That's her evil twin. And whenever it's right, whenever we do see that's actual shoe. That's Mama June right there. But yeah, it's so dumb. I hate this so much. This stupid shit of like forcing people to forcing people to give their takes on shit that they're not even involved with for like as a whole. Like, bro, why do you care what Emiru's fucking political take is, you know? Her shit isn't fucking political content. That's like God. It's just dumb, dude. Genuinely. And the fact that she actually caved is fucking sad, man. Like, she shouldn't have put out that statement. She didn't need to, first and foremost. She was forced to, let's be real. But yeah. Honestly, that statement just reminds me of like that one, I forgot who it was, but I remember someone tweeted something. I think she was like a person of color. And then like her PR assistant said, tweeted like out an apology. And then she herself went on Twitter, deleted it, and put out another statement stating that the apology wasn't hers. It was put out by a member of her staff, that the apology isn't her actual thoughts. Her actual thoughts were what she originally stated, and that she fired that person who tweeted that because they had no right to go out and, you know, go on her Twitter and tweet out an apology that she didn't even mean. I forgot what her name was, but I was like, damn, that's having fuck you money right there, you know? But yeah, those are my thoughts. I just think it's stupid that, you know, people are like, oh, it's like going to Dream and telling him to like make a video on like the fucking, on like the physics behind the formation of a fucking black hole. And it's like, what? He does silly Minecraft videos. Why the fuck would he know anything about that? You know? And even if he did, that's not what his content is based around. He's never talked about it. Why the fuck would he just, why would you ask that of him, you know? But anyway, those are my thoughts. This is a long one, but that's a shoe on head video for you. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube jizz, and I'll catch you on the next one later.